All right, welcome to ULTradez. My name is David Whiteley, and today is my kind of recap video, I guess, sort of, for the 19th of September. It's a Tuesday. Yeah, it is Tuesday. It's a Tuesday. And today, I'm not really going to go through my trades today, but what I'm going to show you is what I saw kind of after the fact. I saw it unfolding during the day. So this is a little bit of a different video. So a quick recap first off on where we're at is we had two trades today in the ES. Well, we did the micros. One was break even. It came back and stopped me out for break even. The second one, well, that was the second one. The first one, though, I got 2 points. So about $30. Kind of a disappointing day overall because there were some good trades today. And that's kind of what I want to show. So I've been I'm so close to my drawdown that I'm trading kind of scared, and I shouldn't be because the market gives us plenty of opportunities to make plenty of money. And that's kind of what I want to show here. So we're going to play a little game, and let's take a look at the ES. So I'm going to drop down. This is the 1 minute ES chart from today. And I'm going to show you as I went back through my trades and looked at where the good entries would have been. You know, where should I have recognized a good entry? And then we're going to see what that would have worked out to be. So first thing I'm going to turn off my little chart trader thing because it's not necessary. So this is my 1 minute chart. And the first thing I want to highlight is where I put some of the lines. Okay, so this red line here for me, this is yesterday's low during kind of the New York session. All right, that's the line I always put on the chart. And then I wanted some kind of targets lower because I figured we'd have kind of a down day. So simply what I did was I looked at the daily chart. And obviously this candle is today. And I said, well, what's down below? And we had already kind of gone below yesterday's low, right? Or we were right at it. So I went to the next low to the left, which was from this day, 9.7. So I drew that line across. And then I said, well, the next low down from there is from this candle. And this day was 8.28. So those were the two lines that I kind of had on my chart. Nothing super, it wasn't like I had a ton of confidence in those lines necessarily, but I know that a lot of times price will respect or move towards those highs and lows from previous days. So that's what I put on my chart. All right, so let's get that out of here and look at the day. Okay, so here we were. The day opened right here where my purple line is at 8:30 Central Time, and really just kind of went sideways. It was really kind of a crappy opening to the day. Eventually price does break down. It doesn't really, there's no real clean like retest. I have this trend line here and it did come below. It did retest up and pull down. So there is some price action here letting us know price is ready to move down. But nothing, nothing glaring. It's all kind of muddled right here. And then, price moves down, sideways, and down. Okay. Now, as I'm watching this price action, I have these targets. So as price moves below, below yesterday's low, basically my first target is kind of this line. I showed you where I got this line from. All right, this was a previous day's low. And then after that, it was way down here at this other previous day's low. All right, so let's look at what this would have paid, or what we could have got out of this if we had executed it right by my estimation. And so one of the things as we go through this, let me know in the comments if you're watching this video, do you agree with my assessment here? Were there things that I missed? Would there have been a better way to play it? Is hindsight skewing my assessment of how I should have read the market? Let me know your thoughts. So first entry, we break this trend line. Okay, but we have yesterday's low right beneath it. So I'm going to wait until we break down below. We close below yesterday's low. We come up for a retest and we push lower. This candle here at 856 is the first candle that closes below all the previous candles, right? We had the wicks of all these candles here. I mean, we had a little test down and another little test down here, but I mean, everything seemed to be stopping at this line. These were the first candles to close below that. The entry for me would have been one tick below this 950 or 856 candle, and I would have got in here. Okay, my target would have been, my first target would have been this line. Second target would have been this line. All right, so what happens? Well, we would have got ticked in. I don't know how price action worked in this candle, but the entry would have been at 44.8775. The top wick of the candle was at 44.89 even. So what's that? 79. So not even, yeah, not even like 1.25 points would have been the most in the red we would have been. 5 ticks, pretty easy. After that, it was green. Again, I did not take this trade. This is the trade that I wish I would have taken. And this is how, in my mind, it should have played out. All right. So rather than putting my target order here, right, I should have it below just to see how it respects this line. Is it going to stop there or is it going to go lower? And clearly it goes lower. Once we break below, we have a strong close below. Should have scaled in, should have bought another contract one tick below this bar. If we'd have done that, we would have had, you know, at most potentially, let's see, got in an 80.75, 81.50. So 3 ticks is the most it would have gone against us on that one contract, but we're already in profit from our first contract. So now we're in 2 contracts. From here, it pushes down, it goes sideways, it comes back up to like break even, but it never closes really above our entry. It never even closes on our entry. And then what develops? Well, we have another kind of upward trend line. We have a break of the trend line. We have a retest of this fair value gap, and this was actually the trade I did take in the minis or the micros. I can't keep those straight. This was the trade I did take, and I only held it for 2 points rather than just holding it. But this would have been the third entry. And again, at most, we had, what, 3 or 4 ticks, and then it went in our favor. So this whole time, we're never in the red if we played it out this way. The only thing that would be weighing on, you know, my mind at least, is to say, okay, if it comes down here and pulls back, you know, am I giving back profits? Which is not, I mean, that's not the way you should be thinking about it. At this point, my target low would be this brown line down here, which was a previous day low. And never really at any point do we have a sign of reversal. So we come down, we have this pullback. This would have been, oh, I think there was a box here. There's my box. So I'm going to draw a box because it was here and I must have accidentally removed it. This is a fair value gap after this drop. We come back, we test the midpoint of that. This would have been the 4th entry. All right, so we're in 1, 2, 3, 4 contracts. At most, it pulls against us 2 or 3 ticks, pushes down. I mean, it goes sideways. Let me draw this across. Yeah, it never actually comes back to break even. So again, we're never in red. And then eventually, I mean, like eventually, right? So this entry would have been at 9:46 Central Time. We eventually hit our target at 11:48. Okay, so we would have had to hold that for 2 hours and just waited through this nonsense. Could have had our stop loss really at break even here the whole time, which would have been well in profit for all other three contracts. It would have hit that, and that would have been a beautiful trade. So that would have been the trade of the day. How, in my view, this ES should have been traded today. Maybe somebody out there did something like this. Now, what would that have netted us? it would have been a total of 66.75 points. 24 points from the first contract, 17 from the second, 15.5 from the third, 10.25 from the fourth. 66.75 points for a total of $3,337.50. And never at any point in that trade were we ever worried about trailing drawdown. Never at that point would we have ever been worried about, losing accounts or things going bad. Totally safe trade the entire way down, using price action, using some simple technical analysis, and a lot of patience, and that would have been the outcome. So obviously I did not have that patience today. Need to start trusting my technical analysis more, because it's usually, as I practice, it's getting better, and I think I've shown myself that I'm usually pretty right in my analysis, and that would have been a great day, pretty easy day. So that's my game today. That's how I wish I would have traded ES today, and it would have been an amazing day. So let me know in the comments what you think. How did you play it? Did you catch any of these? Would you have done it totally different? Am I looking at it completely backwards? Let me know. Hopefully whatever you did today worked. Hopefully you're following your plan and you are finding success. And that's all for today. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.